You will need to excuse me for the background because this is not at all the ideal setting for creating videos, but it's been so long and I had to create this video. So basically what happened is I reached 4,000 watch hours on YouTube quite a few months back, but it takes time to reflect that on the YouTube analytics section, and so the monetization takes time to get started. But finally that monetization thing is on, and I am starting to get paid from my content. Today I'm going to share what I learned in my YouTube journey of the last 3 years. Okay, so the first lesson that I learned in this 3 years of journey is that consistency is everything. I've been creating content on this channel I think for 3 years, and it has taken me such a long time to get monetized because I was not consistent. So I was creating good videos. My videos were reaching my target audience, and some of my videos did really well, but I could have done a lot better. I could have monetized way earlier. I could have grown faster had I been more consistent. But I was not consistent. I was not so serious because basically YouTube was never my priority. It still is not, but at least I am trying to make a plan and commit to it. So I'm trying, okay? But what I'm trying to say is I have been watching a lot of other channels similar to mine and other niches as well, because I am an avid YouTube watcher. So I've been analyzing, and I know that had I been more consistent, the growth would have been much faster and much more. If you are someone who wants to be a YouTuber, wants to take YouTube seriously, then you really have to be consistent with it. Whatever your schedule is, maybe it is posting once a week, be consistent with it. Maybe it's posting twice a week, be consistent with it. Think of a schedule that is sustainable for you and stick to it, and that will bring you growth, provided you do the other things right. The second thing that I learned is you need to identify what is working on your channel and double down on that. So initially when I started creating video, I was creating content around freelancing, and they were reaching a lot of people and they were performing well. But then I created a video on Medium because I started writing on Medium, and I saw that my stories are getting a lot of traction, although I was not earning any money at that time. But I thought that since I'm doing good on the platform, so I should share all that and basically the potential. So I created that video and it did really well. And I noticed that, and I saw that there are a lot of people who are interested in writing on Medium, earning money from that and improving their writing. So I started creating more videos on Medium and writing on Medium, and some of the other videos that I created also performed really well. And not that I don't create other videos, I still create videos on freelancing and content writing and social media management and YouTube. This is a very different thing. But I keep creating content around Medium because I know I have attracted a community of people who are interested to write on Medium, and that is working on my channel, so I'm utilizing it. You need to also keep your eyes open, and whether you want to be a freelancer, a social media manager, anything, if you want success in anything, you really need to keep your eyes open and have that analyzation hat on as much as possible, because that is what will help you crack the platforms, because only consistency does not help. You have to make your brain work if you want things to work. So the third lesson that I learned is, if you are somebody who is serious about YouTube, if you have the resources, if you have the bandwidth, then improve your production quality, unlike me. And I'll tell you why. I have been noticing, like I already mentioned, I am an avid YouTube watcher. I analyze a lot of channels that I watch. So I have noticed a lot of channels who are creating content similar to mine, and I've seen their growth. It is a lot more than me because they chose to take YouTube seriously. One, they were consistent. Second, they worked on their production quality. So I am using a phone camera. I mean, I always use a phone camera to create my videos. They use a camera, a DSLR or a video camera, whatever it's called. They use that. They have a lot of light, which I don't have. They have worked on the video editing part, or they have outsourced it to a video editor. They package their videos really well. So these things really matter. That's what I've noticed. Had I done that, or if I start investing in all these things, I know it will affect my growth and I will see faster growth. But I feel right now I don't have that bandwidth, or I can't prioritize YouTube at the moment. It's just all the efforts that I am putting in, the value that I'm providing through my content that is helping me grow. And yeah, I do invest in the thumbnails, but otherwise am not doing that. But if you are someone who wants to grow on YouTube, who wants to become a YouTuber, if you are serious about it, please invest in all these things. Improve your production quality. You don't have to do it right at the beginning. You can improve as you go. But yes, you need to improve if you want faster growth. That's what I have noticed. The fourth lesson that I learned is community matters more than numbers. Now, this is like valid for all platforms. I think there was a time when followers mattered a lot. Like when the influencer era was starting, followers were the most important thing that brands would look, whether they wanted to do brand collabs or any opportunity. People would mostly look into the followers and decide. But right now, more than followers, what is important is the community, like the people who are commenting, the people who are engaging, the people who are watching. Everything matters now. And yeah, that is something that I am focusing on. I do not want random subscribers who will not watch my videos. I want subscribers who are interested in learning, who are interested in earning money online, who are also interested in me as a person. So I try to create a lot of videos where I show my personality. I create vlogs. Even when I'm talking about a video, I try to share my own experiences so that you can bond with me or you can relate with me, because I really love having a community. But if you are a YouTuber or if you are starting your YouTube journey, don't just focus on subscribers, and like random views. I know there are a lot of things out there. Like there are Facebook groups where you can go and ask people to subscribe, and then you watch their videos, they watch your videos, and you try all that stuff, but it doesn't work. I know, because I had done this when I first started YouTube, not this channel, another channel. And that channel, oh my god, don't even ask. I mean, how bad the condition was. Let's not talk about the regrets. But yeah, this is one lesson that I learned. Let the subscribers come on their own, and let them find value, and let them comment on their own. You don't need to force anything. Just give the effort that you want to give, whether it's your research, whether it's how you are packaging your video, what kind of topics you want to talk about, researching about all those things. So focus on all that, but don't focus on these things. Basically, like going back to Bhagavad Gita and what Krishna says, that do the work and don't think about the result that will come to you. I know it's not easy, but it is the best thing to do. The fifth lesson that I need to talk about is patience. YouTube requires a lot of patience. A lot of creators are there who find success on Instagram or short form content, and they think that YouTube is hard to crack. And I feel the opposite way, because I have the patience that YouTube requires. And also, like I said, it's like my hobby, it's like my side hustle. It's not something that I'm taking professionally. So maybe that helps, but I don't know. You really need patience to grow on the platform, and you cannot compare your journey with someone else. So the competitors who I think are my competitors, I'm like far from them. Maybe we started around the same time and we had the same numbers, and now I don't know where they are. They are way beyond. So if I start comparing my journey with them, I'll not feel like creating any video or continuing this channel. So that's not something I do. I really value you. Your comments make my day, and that is what keeps me coming back to this channel to provide value and provide you the information that I have gathered. If you want to become a YouTuber or if you are trying to grow, you have to be patient. You have to give it 1 or 2 years at least, if you ask me. I had to give it 3 years for monetization, but I think even for my husband, who has a bigger channel, I think he's almost at 39,000 or 40,000 subscribers. So even he had to be patient, and it took him 2 or 3 years to get monetization, but then his channel grew very fast. So that's the thing, you have to have patience. If you are starting, if you are stuck, whichever stage you are at, have patience. Don't compare. Keep analyzing your content and try to find out what your audience wants. Give them that. Also create videos that you are interested in. Just balance everything really well, and you will see growth. YouTube is one of the easiest platforms to grow on, trust me. I mean, yeah, you have to work on your skills, you have to be a good communicator, you have to make people connect with you. All those things happen with time eventually as you create more and more videos, but they do happen. So I hope this video was useful. If it was, don't forget to like it so more people get to see it, and also leave your comments. If you are a YouTuber, by the way, you can leave more suggestions in the comments for more aspiring YouTubers to see. And don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video, which will come very, very soon. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Bye.